Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Island Farm. What's the name of the map? Oh, if it's not, that's what we're going to call it tonight. Hey Jason, still around? Saw your message earlier. Hey Junior McCullen, what's up everybody? So I did a little off-camera work, and I went ahead and basically cultivated the last two fields here, last two sections that we made into fields, and I went ahead and planted those. Went and put them both into soybeans. I think what I am going to do is this bottom section, it's real narrow. I think I'm going to put that in grass after the soybeans come off, because I think I'm going to do horses. I think I'm going to put down a horse area. I think I'm going to basically use the oats that we're growing there in the third area and the grass that we're going to put down in that other area, to basically then take care of our horses. We'll need to set a little bit of straw back also from oats or from our barley got planted for them. But I think that is going to be one of the ways that we're going to pull ourselves out of debt and potentially be able to expand our operations into other areas, because the horses are going to be fairly profitable for the amount of effort that we put into them. Hey Mark, what's up? Drew, this map is not scheduled for console release. Sadly, it is due to some of the shaders that are on the map are from Farm Sim 17, and the map author does not believe that, based on what he's heard from fellow map makers, that use of that shader would be permitted in map uploaded to Giants, and as a result, without making sacrifices to the buildings wants to use on the map, he doesn't think that it would pass, so he doesn't intend, as far as I know it, to upload to the Giants Mod Hub. Hey Chad, what's up? I know this map, I mean, I think this would go over well with console players because it's a concept that hasn't been breached at the console level, I don't think. But yeah. So I guess everyone has updated to 1.4 at this point. We're finding a few interesting issues with 1.4 on mod maps at this point. So your mileage may vary depending on your mod map, but some folks have reported not being able to TED grass into hay. Some folks have reported interesting warnings in their logs. Seeing warnings on this map in the logs. Other folks that are building maps have mentioned that the update has put a bunch of warnings in their logs now. Hey David, morning to you. How is Wednesday treating you? It's hump day for you. It's looking like maybe. Looking in our Discord, there's an active discussion in there right now about possibly Anderson DLC needing to be updated. Anderson DLC is maybe activated but not updated. Maybe that has something to do with some of these issues. We do know that the Anderson DLC was updated, and the Homer Pack was also updated today to be compatible with 1.4. We can expect that we'll probably see a flurry the next week or so of mods being updated to also cover whatever updates are being done or needed. Probably see a flurry of mod maps being updated leading into Giants mod contest. which, oh my goodness, I just realized today it's about 2.5 months or 2.5 weeks away. The deadline. That means we may be literally about 3 weeks away from seeing what has to be one of the most anticipated mods of the mod contest, and that is Global Company from the LS Mod Company. At least for me, it's going to be one of the most anticipated mods, I think, coming out of that contest. Y'all learned that Millennial Farmer map is going to be a mod contest submission from Mapper's Paradise, I believe. So that leaves Walker Farm. That leave Walker Farm out hanging in the cold? Will it get released before the mod contest? Hard to say. But what is that mod? What mod are you talking about? Global Company? Well, Global Company is a new mod. Only new mods are allowed in the mod contest. In Farm Sim 17, we had factory scripts. So factory scripts, one of them was called Fabric Script or Factory Script. Another one was called M Company, letter M. What they allowed was production mod. So a production mod would be something like I put canola in, and I get diesel fuel, I get digestate, and I get pig food out. Or I put corn, wheat, and soybeans in, and I get pig food out.
Hey.
So, what's up there, Raznak? It's talking about what Global Company might mean.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
So those were scripts that were in Farm Sim 17. And the way it worked is basically the mod author that made a production script had to put either the M Company script or this Fabric script into their mod. And maybe you had 5 or 6 production mods in your map. You would have 5 or 6 copies of this Fabric script or M Company script or a combination of those scripts in your mod folders tied up into those individual mods. And sometimes you would have different versions of those mod scripts because it's up to the mod author to basically keep up with those scripts and update them as they should choose to. Well, what Global Company does is it takes that concept, that production concept, and probably a whole lot more, and moves it out of individual mods into a global mod, hence Global Company. So there's a Global Company mod that you put in your mod folder and activate. And then other mod authors are basically going to be able to write their mods to reference this Global Company mod. And what that means is that when Global Company updates, then every mod that uses Global Company's framework will basically also have that functionality update. So in theory, mods could get enhanced and new functionality and new capabilities could be added to existing mods simply because the underlying Global Company fabric gets updated.
Hey, Darren.
So
Hey,
that's what Global
Resnick,
Company is.
you're a real social butterfly. I couldn't let you be on here spamming all by yourself, so I'll be the mole.
What's up? What's up? I hear you got Ted and Grass. This doesn't.
Yeah, I've all over Facebook. There's a lot of people with a lot of different issues, and I have no clue what it is. I wasn't expecting it to work, but it did.
Is that on your alfalfa edit?
Yeah, but they're both the maps are the same otherwise, so that wouldn't have helped it at all.
Well, Drew, you'll probably get a fair number of them. Global Company, I'm not sure of because it's a massive script mod, and script mods in general don't make their way to consoles, with Seasons being the big
Right back.
exception to that case. So do you think it's tied to that Anderson DLC?
I was grasping for straws. I figure that has a lot to do with, um, grass and crap. That, and now when you load up your log file, you see they start loading up all the different bale type ID3s.
Yeah, it was. So someone mentioned in chat that that map that was released and then pulled for console because it wasn't compatible until 1.4 said that on console, if you did like a rye, was rye one of the other crops? If you did like a rye straw bale, that the bale would be invisible. So if they're now like loading and calling individual bale types, that might make sense.
Yeah,
Might make your
so they
alfalfa easier for multiplayer. So David, those
yeah, it
mods.
should for that one because it's loading it right from my folder. It's not loading it from the game, so that's pretty cool.
So those mods that like this, like the silo that we have on this map, and basically all of the production that's over on the map that I just did a map video on. Get the name of it already. They're using a new script that was written about a month ago by a guy over at hosting his stuff over at modhoster.com. We're using what's called a fill type mover script. It basically moves one fill type or a fill type from an input to an output, but it doesn't really make anything new. Just basically transfers fill type A to fill type B or fill type B and C. Whereas these production scripts you can use to create completely different things. Like, let's say you add corn and add, let's just say you add corn. And basically, this mod is a fishery. And corn is a food input. Maybe water is an input. So you add a whole bunch of water, fill the fishery, and you add some corn, feed the fish, and you get crates of frozen fish as a byproduct, pallet form. That's what M Company and Fabric scripts really do. Fill type mover really wouldn't produce that. It just makes a fill plane, fill type basically. It would make frozen fish that you would have to pull up under a trailer and basically fill the trailer with bulk frozen fish. But it wouldn't be able to produce like a pallet of palletized, cartonized frozen fish. Hey Will, what's up? Just talking about some of the exciting things that might be coming in the mod contest. Was going on about global company. I got the bottom two sections here planted in soybeans. Just weeded them. Now we're going to basically fast forward time until our canola is ready to harvest. I have already made my selection as to what we're going to use for the harvester. Not going to be what folks think. Not going to be a John Deere. Not going to be a New Holland either. Now I do have one thing. I'm not sure what's going on. So let's take a look at our growth state. So you can see this is in the last growth state. This is in the second to last. This is in the second to newest growth state. These two fields are basically in the first growth state, planted, seeded. Okay. See, this is oat, and we're growing, right? It's really nice. That looks like it's really nice. Really nice early stage oats. Nope, not going to be the bison. Drew, I'm probably guaranteed not to have an early preview of Millennial Farmers map. And will I play it when it comes out? Well, I have to say that I don't really know any map that I will play without first seeing it. Basically, have to get on the map and it just feels. If I get the right feeling, then I'll want to play it. So here we have growing barley. Doesn't really, I don't know. Maybe it's going to jump up a lot. Compared to this being a completely different growth stage apart, I'm a little worried. Then we have, of course, our canola. It's fine and dandy. So we'll see what this barley looks like. Stage. Bump up time. Yep, I'm running 1.4. I got the update this morning. Gratis Steam. Not the only thing I did was load up the map and make sure that it would actually work for the stream tonight. About all I've had a chance to do since the update. Tell you one thing that I was a little not upset, frustrated. So basically, we have new Pioneer bags, Pioneer seed bags. They're base in game now, but even cooler, we have Pioneer bag pallets. And Raznik's telling me that these are animated. I've seen a picture on Facebook that it looks like maybe these bags disappear as you fill from the pallet. And it's interesting. You can a little disappointed because I'm done all the seeding on the map here, and I already filled up my my seeder. So I really don't need to buy seed for a while, and I don't want to spend the money to fill up the seeder right now. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to basically see what that all looks like. Yeah, I heard that some stuff is visually missing from Hoff Bergman. It's not really a big of a surprise because there's some pretty heavy customization going on the map there. I think I'd heard that basically the mixers were missing at a growth stage. My canola is no longer yellow. Pretty short barley. It's the last growth stage. Barley. All right. It's all for over here to the farmhouse. And let's sleep for 10 hours. Silos disappeared. See, we've got $4,200 in loan interest and $3,100 in leasing costs. So take a look at our finance. Got to keep an eye on those finances. $4,213 in loan interest. Our lease costs are, where are they? Vehicle leasing costs. 18,000, 22,000, 13,000, 7,000 for the day. Of course, these are all operational running expenses. We're at $224,000. Still have that $500,000. We are. So our barley's now ready to harvest. It doesn't look too bad now. Oats. Good. So, did the Michigan map just get a whole bunch of warnings? Or does it
Seems
physically
like
not work
everybody's
right?
having map problems.
Soybeans look good. Oh, perfect. Alright, so let's go see what we're going to get as far as our harvester. Yeah, really knows what they changed. Underlying bits don't really show up in the change log. Hoffbergman's kind of expected because of those. I mean, like those one-time, those single-use silos are quote-unquote vehicles, and all the mixers are basically placeable feed mixers that have been customized. So, surprised that they're a little weird. Why Michigan would stop after the it's just a ton of those pound warning.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting on EC are those compound warnings and compound child warnings.
All right, are we ready? Are we ready to figure out what we're going to get? Not getting the buys on, although it's super cheap. I'd have to run it lots of hours to get everything harvested. Not going to get the Holland. $2,100 per hour. $100 to lease. What about this one? $10,000 to lease. $4,200 an hour. $1,000 a day. I think I'm going to go Nova 3. $5,300. $1,000 per day. Technically has less storage, but better.
He's going to drag it along.
Got 4-meter header, $32,000. This one's got a 5-meter header, $32,000. It's like an extra meter for free. Or go up here to the 9-meter header. It's pretty expensive. Like here, 5-meter. Get an extra meter for free. Tried doing any grass work. See update.
No, I haven't. All I did today was plant corn on South Island, and right now I'm fertilizing fields on Emerald.
Man, that Lewis is a workaholic. Sometimes he just sits in the harvester just to remember the old days.
Yeah.
Such a softy. Reminiscent.
That and the boss has to make his impromptu inspection.
Oh, you're liking the that Slovene? No, not Slovene. Slovak? No, what is it? Starts with an S. Man, I'm just getting old. I can't remember nothing. I got CRS syndrome. $217,000. It started with an S. Saxonia, that's it. Tyler, do you have the Anderson pack? Obviously, you updated that. Yeah, I think we just need more data to understand maybe what's common issues. If it's mods, sounds like it's not a map because we've got somebody that's having issues with Emerald Coast, and we have someone else who's not having any problems at all with Emerald. Hey, Twisted, what's up? Back on the farm I grew up on, our header was narrow enough we just drove around with it in the front. It wasn't wider than a lane. Or if it was wider than a lane, it was barely wider. We could get by with just ducking on the curb a little bit. It's old country roads. As a standard crop, or wait, you're on console, right? Because you're asking about this map in console. Those carrots and onions are available on mod maps for PC at this point. One of the biggest problems with crop types like that now on PC is the inaccuracy of the harvest equipment. Typically, there's just a beet harvester or a potato harvester that's been modified to work for those crops, and carrots and onions probably have some pretty specialized harvesting equipment that a general beet harvester or a potato harvester wouldn't really suffice for. One big conjecture that some folks are putting out there is possibly the inclusion of rice as an additional crop. That would open up the entire um, Asian Pacific type of area, India and all of that. Well, Drew, like I was saying earlier, when someone asked about, maybe it was you asked about Millennial Farmer Map, I honestly can't really commit to playing any one given map until I see it. So the maps I typically play are maps that I just feel drawn to. And yeah, I'm a firm believer that if I just say, yeah, I'm going to play this map because it's going to be super popular, everyone's going to want to watch me play it. I'll probably get like 3 videos into it and then be like, I don't really feel like playing that map today. And then it's almost like you deliberately avoid playing that map because you just don't feel like it. It's not, you're not personally into it. It's just a thing to do. So I tend to play things that I get interested in and I find personally interesting, personally appealing to be on. Me, I honestly didn't feel that drawn to Lone Oak when it came out to 17. I'd already kind of committed a lot of gameplay to Emerald Coast, and then South Mountain Creamery came out, and I really felt more drawn to that map than Lone Oak, just based on its layout and its look. Mike, there is one grain sell point on the map, and that one is closed for about 21 hours of the 24-hour day. Only sell grain during very select hours at night when the ship comes to basically offload the grain. At all other times, the unload point is closed. And the map is basically a standard size map. There you go. Less than standard size because, well, you can see probably a third of the map is water. But a significant portion of the map is wide open terrain. No pre-established fields. You have to make all of this up yourself. My favorite map at the moment? Well, I don't know. I'm waiting on Seasons to get back into Emerald Coast. I'd say Emerald Coast is it's got a draw to me. This one's interesting from the concept of how it is set up. That it's just not, a bunch of fields and you have to buy stuff and everything. Literally start from zero, start from nothing, and you just have to claw your way up from nothing. Kind of like Hofbergman. I thought about doing a little Hofbergman play, but to be quite honest, I don't have much draw at the moment to play personally because of the lack of seasons. Normal gameplay is just blah at this moment. Feels like a lot of been there, done that. One of the reasons why I'm really excited about the mod contest to see what kind of things will be out there that will change things up, and hoping Seasons comes soon before or soon after.
Yeah, you can only replant the field so many times before you're like, ooh.
That's where this map has its draw, because carve these fields up the way I want them. Gotta figure out how not to money.
Yeah, I got big plans for that map.
I can't make a loan to the bank. Extended my line of credit to as far as they'll let me.
Me too.
Pretty much have to. Going to buy any land other than the BGA. The only way to make any money is to buy the BGA. That only leaves 80 grand or something. I got the unit convert light in.
Oh, how do you like it?
It's pretty good. Fine with it showing how it's going to show because I find down in the lower right I've got bushels. Then vehicle, enhanced vehicle or vehicle inspect is showing me liters at the top. It was interesting when I was using the Coop planner because I had like 38 bushels of seed. I got down to 0 bushels of seed, but then I had like seed a seed.
Gotcha.
The best parts, they put words to the mystery HUDs.
Yeah, that was awesome on 17.
Yeah. Is Lone Oak the next one that Oxygen David's going to be working on?
I actually talked to Bullet Bill today.
Oh, what goodies does he have to say?
Well, there's a unsanctioned
Lone Oak out there? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants to recruit you back to his 17 nation, and 19 will never have a sunrise ever again, and
he said it should be out later this year, Lone Oak. But
there you can see the prices screen. We got birding. That would have been real handy to have during that map video I did the other day.
yeah, that Saxony.
Our grain crops are measured in bushels. It's converted our prices. So canola is what, $28.86 a bushel. And potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, sugar cane are measured in tons. Eggs are pieces, tons, gallons. Chips are in tons, as are silage, grass, hay, straw. Gallons, and compost is it's about all at this point. Change display. Yeah, in general, Bullet Bill just doesn't think what we can do. Now this morning, we can either notice or not notice the transition in daylight because apparently they fixed it.
No, they didn't.
Well, maybe they fixed it on normal map.
I didn't try it on that.
Still
I know
changes
it's
drastically.
I know it's 7:30 at night on the map you're playing there. The light switches got turned off.
Yeah, he basically said that he's not a big fan of the 19 sky, which I'll give you. Um, but 17 sky was a static picture, or was like three different static pictures depending on the day and the weather. But it was a static picture. In 19, we have a dynamic sky. There's clouds that move. They don't 100% look real, but they move. It's a call it a bridge. 21 sky might look a lot better. It's true. But it's got a lot brighter. 6:30.
And there you go. I don't know what they fixed.
Yeah, I'll have to try Ravenport.
Yeah, I didn't even think about trying a different map.
Yeah, it's you win some, you lose some when you progress forward. Sometimes you progress back in your effort to progress forward.
I don't know if he's not going to mod. I don't know what his plans are.
From what I've read and seen him say, he pretty much has zero interest in playing 19.
To-
If I understand it correct, he's been occupying himself with making a continue to make 17 maps or work on a 17 map for some multiplayer friends to use.
Yeah, that's what he was doing today. Yeah. When I saw that Facebook post, I sent him a message just to tell him what I saw, and then he said he was working on some stuff for 17.
Now there is an interesting mod for Farm Sim 17 players over here that basically has a whole bunch of 4K or 8K um, skies, and it's like a sky rotator. Since 17 was a static picture, static skybox image. So on every sunny day, you got that same picture. Cloudy day or it's going to rain day, you had another picture possibly. Transition to day and night was like blending of the night sky and the day sky or something. Bill can expand on that technical. There's now um, a sky swapper or a whatever mod that has a bunch of high res images. Apparently, sunny days you can rotate maybe a half dozen sunny days. You actually have a changing static picture. So tomorrow's sunny day might not look like today's sunny day. Um, it should be interesting, but at least it's not the same sunny day every day in southern Florida.
Yeah, that'd be nice. In Discord, Drew.
That over at SGS or his own Discord or.
I just sent him a message.
So it was just a direct one.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that what I'll do is whatever profit I make from selling my grain, I think I'll put that 100% towards the loan and basically live off of my my current balance. A couple harvest cycles. I'll see him post from time to time over at SGS or Sim Stations Discord.
Are we still talking about BB?
Yeah, we are. What do you want to talk about? Alfalfa? The River Redo? The River Redone? Part 2?
Willow Valley.
Willow Valley.
Ops Airplane Part 2 or Part 2 or something? Some movie though. Part 2.
Hot Shots Part 2.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's be up my line. I love the movies.
Any of the Naked Gun ones, man, those are all funny.
I love the airplane movie. Leslie Nielsen and all them, especially when the black guys are talking normal and then he put the translations underneath the TV.
Oh, this harvester, the little display on the pillar shows me my fill level. It says 895 and vehicle specs says I have 895 liters.
Cool. I probably miss a bunch of in-cab stuff because I don't spend much time in cab.
I think they changed some sounds in the in-game shop menu.
Village did a diff of the update. Pretty cool. Posted that Google Sheets link of all the files that were changed or added. That was a pretty cool reference this morning. You can see where all the Pioneer stuff was added. You can see all the. They didn't change every engine sound, but you can see all the tractors and vehicles that they did change the engine sounds to, and some of the other stuff. That was pretty handy to see what was actually touched. I wonder if Frontier Designs has a Facebook. So, Drew, I think what the deal is that if
They do.
at some point, he feels drawn to play 17, then he'll probably feel drawn to mod for 17. Kind of the same outlook I have on maps. I look at so many maps that if I was drawn to play every single map, I would never be able to play any map. Um, Basically, I just have to gotta make a choice and basically say this is a nice map, but I don't see myself that new Polish map. I could see myself playing that maybe probably on the maps I might eventually play list.
The one with the little field.
The one with that ginormous field. Not that I'd want to play that ginormous field, but I just like the.
I like the one you did. I can't remember the name of it. Be like a perfect map for 100 horsepower everything.
Recent ones, or was it that multiplayer one?
No, it was. I'll find it.
Yeah, Will, you remember when? You remember the map drought of early Farm Sim 19, where everyone was like, "We need mod maps. We need mod maps." Hey, Ice, what's up? What's up, buddy? Anybody that's into ATS and multiplayer, take note. Truckers MP got updated today.
Staraways.
Oh yeah, that was in the mod hub last week. We had
Yep.
that other. There was like 3 Polish maps in a row got released on the mod.
That's interesting. Poor Chris is still having problems. No mods, no nothing on Oakfield, no DLCs, and he still gets nothing but grass when tested.
What about Emerald Coast? Maybe Oakfield.
I've already did the test and I was able to do it, but he's not.
Are you both? Are you both Steam?
He's Steam, I am not.
Yeah, I think Will's right. Don't they do custom grass textures on Oakfield?
I don't know. I
Well, at that point,
haven't
it
set foot on
really
Oakfield
don't
since I
matter
did
because
the map video.
same thing happens on Emerald Coast too for him.
Tried Emerald Coast, no mods in the mod folder.
Correct.
Huh.
So maybe with Steam, he might want to try that verify thing. If he just probably, has a backup to all his save games and stuff.
Hey Josh, what's up? Remembered from the other day. I'll test testing. Well, he doesn't have any issue on Felsberg.
No, and according to people on Facebook, they're having problems with all these different maps with pretty much the same issue. Even harvesting straw, the combine's spitting out grass like happened to me that one time.
Well, we'll
Uh,
see. We'll see once I get done this field. So, Harley, drop a little straw. Hey, country girl, what's up? Oops. How was Truckers MP? Was it busy? Was it pretty light? Not a lot of people knew it was on up. As we speak, it's up awful late or gets up awful early. Does the GPS nav work? Multiplayer? He said he was working on a map as we speak. Cool. I wonder if you can have a talking GPS mod. David, yes, there were some issues. In fact, I mean, they might not be as pronounced as these, but there were issues. In fact, I made a video way back in 2017 about how to roll back your game version using Steam for the exact purpose that there was a Farm Sim 17 update that that borked some people's gameplay. So, through some wonderful folks over at Delta Bravo's Discord, I learned how to basically go into Steam and basically tell it to uninstall an update and basically run as a previous version. And basically made a video on how to do that, and that seems to be quite popular today. Still to today, from all kinds of folks going and finding that video and posting comments about how it's either helped them or not helped them. All kinds of various teams. Yeah. I'll be interested in seeing all of the submissions for that Swiss Future Farm. I remember there was about a half dozen entries for the Homer. No, what was it? Remember the Farm Sim 17 contest farm. The horse farm. And sadly, some of them were like horribly incomplete. But the contest didn't require you to have a complete map at the time of submission deadline. Basically, you had to have a map that was functional but not complete. And they would give you up to 6 months after that to finish it. And I'm really excited to see that because every submission should look nearly identical because it's trying to replicate a real life area. And at that point, you are really nitpicking on individual aspects of gameplay and map construction. I already gave you a shout out, Josh. I said, hey, Josh, what's up? Sounds like there might be a problem over on the village server at 4X Oldcrest Valley Edit. Might be issues with maps with multiple trains. Remember when Will was having Discord problems? Come in and he would talk and no one could hear him.
Yeah.
He just said in the chat that he was shouting, but no one could hear him. Reminded me of all those times he would come in Discord chat and light up, but hear him literally.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't the brightest bulb in the batch back then, was he? Well, anywho, they must have really jacked up the multi-terrain because I was just doing Emerald Coast and that's got 32 angles to it and I didn't have no problem. I did have 64 in Willow Valley, but it kind of started breaking things, so I took it all out.
Yeah, the only issue with running an older version of Farm Sim at this point is that new maps that come out will probably require 1.4. Multiplayer definitely requires 1.4. So it's really a short-term thing. I think that was just a comment Darren made about his 64 channels. True, I don't know. I mean, Farm Sim was Farm Sim 17 for 360 and Xbox One, or did they abandon 360 with 15? Had my pipe out the whole time. $420 bushels. So let's say we can get 500 bushels in this. 500 bushels, $8. $14,000 right there. Hey, Blue Jeans, what's up? I mean, one thing that would be nice is if Giants would provide content creators like map makers and mod authors, which, by the way, I don't think I said anything, but I think I saw McKnight show up. Still here? What's up, McKnight? Is I wish that they would provide kind of advanced access to updates for mod authors and map makers, just so that we could, not we, mod author or map creator, just so those folks could have a little heads up and prep things and just have a clue, as opposed to when the update drops, finding out that stuff's just flat out broke. So this map is communication, right, Will? Let's communicate with maybe our community that feeds our mouth. So there you go. There's the PDA. From what I understand, the map maker. From what I understand, the map is based off of Giant's Island from Farm Sim '08. That's like the first version of Farm Sim. So the island here is loosely based off of that. As you can see, there's pretty much no fields. There's one little one. It's a little postage stamp field over there north of the farm. It is the only actual field on the map, but you don't own it. None of the when you start the map, none of the land is owned. So the concept is basically a start from scratch map. If you start this map on new farmer mode, all of the land is owned, but you have no equipment and $100,000. So either you run with it, sell a parcel of land just to get some money. By the way, the portion that we own, show you, we own this portion. That's $738,000. In the biogas plant, that's $201,000. All these other parcels are more expensive. Okay, bought the cheapest parcel we could. If you play this map on Farm Manager or start from scratch, you start with zero equipment, you start with zero land, and you start with the appropriate amount of money for that particular game mode. So let's say you start Farm Manager, 1.25 million. You're going to spend 730,000 on this section of land. You're going to spend 201,000 on the BGA. That leaves you with just about $300,000 to buy or lease equipment to do whatever you're going to do. If you want the ultimate challenge and you start this map up on start from scratch, you start with $500,000. That's what we did. So at $500,000, you don't have enough to buy anything. No land. So you take out another $500,000 loan. Max out your credit line. Now you have $1 million. Now you can buy this parcel of land and the BGA and have about 80 grand left. Well, you're not going to be buying any equipment at 80 grand. Have anything worth anything. So you pretty much have to lease everything. Manage your costs and basically dig your way out of the hole with there's no jobs, no contracts, there's no fields. See? Well, I guess for $35 you could spray field 1. Probably
Sorry,
$40
internet was acting up.
you could probably harvest field 1. but this whole map is grass. Okay? It's all right. I mean, that's what I made. All those fields I made. The rest of the map is all grass. See? Except for that one little field right there. It's all grass that you can't do anything with because you don't own it. It's riddled with weeds. So the yield is incredibly low. So what I had to do was, basically what I did was I mowed all of this area and fed it to the concrete silo up there, which is a fermenting silo. Made silage, sold it at the BGA up there. Got about $240,000 extra dollars. Well, Blue Ice, there's nothing to do with bales. There's no bale sell point. Bales are useless unless you're going to feed them. So let's take a look. And something else. Let's jump. Here's our sell point. It's closed.
Now, what the map needs is a manhole cover that you can buy a couple of them, sit them around, and they should be able to make you some money.
Oh, like manhole cover.
Right, like they'll be like a fan or something, yeah, one of windmills, but be a manhole cover, and it can generate you some money. And I think it would be an awesome thing to be submitted to Giants Mod Hub. Hint, hint. I've even been eyeing up a few awesome looking garbage cans.
Well, I think you should just. So here's the sell point, but it's closed. It only opens up at late at night. There's a boat that comes at night and goes away in the morning, and you can only sell for 3 hours at night while the boat is here. So you have
Why,
limited
wait, McKnight,
access.
everything that's crappy about Ravenport, we should like turn it into placeable mods and send it back to Giants so they can look at it and test it every day.
Here's your farm. But your farm is historic. You can't change it. You can't put anything down. It's on land you can't own. You can use the silo. We're going to dump in here and verify you can actually use the silo. This is the only tree on the map. There's no forestry because there's no log sell point, no wood chip sell point, no bale sell point. Alien Jim in the house. Alien Jim's here. I don't think we have a. Don't have a UFO, but we do helicopter on. Alien Jim needs to put out the placeable UFO. Crap. Complete with the dude who's lost his way. There's an early riser. I ever met one.
Sounds like a good idea.
This map does need a lot of work. It's basically blank slate. Do what you will with it. You know, if you don't want the challenge, just cheat a bunch of money in and go to town, carving up the grass areas to be whatever you want. I carved this area up into 5 workable fields that I felt were decent size to use with modest equipment, knowing that I couldn't afford anything big. I'm going to try to do this challenge and not go bankrupt. If I run out of money, I can't get another loan. Game over. So I like the concept where you could fail. This is like an easy. What's that map he did? Started with an S, had all the trees and all the grass fields. Had the farmland you had to clean up. Cut trees, like stuff went away.
Spectacle Island.
Spectacle Island, that's it. Well, this map would be brutal. 24-day season. You have to play forever before you actually do it.
Oh, 24-day seasons. That'd be brutal.
It's full. This is. It is full. Let's have a lid. Oh, it does. Go. Did see a screenshot today of a 17 map with snow on it. I could say was I miss snow.
What was that map? Abandoned Forest. Remember that? Where like the lake would freeze over and you could drive over it in the winter.
Oh, indeed. It's cool. You started out in early spring. It was like it didn't get warm until like late spring, early summer.
Yeah.
The Geo, you had a super narrow line to plant, harvest.
And then you had like mud everywhere, steep climb.
Oh, did he have dynamic? Did he have mud in? Not dynamic. Did he have mud
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
All right,
I'm
let's
pretty
see if
sure.
we can actually put grain in our silo that we don't.
It's kind of like a cross between Mud Runner and Farm.
Sounds like Emerald Coast and Churn Farm. Yay! It actually works.
Yeah, I think it was just mud. Like it didn't change. It was always there. So I think I'm gonna buy this Pure Farming tonight and download it.
Oh, saw it's for sale over at Humble Bundle too. Said it was for sale
Yeah,
over at
like you can
Steam.
get the you can get everything for $12.
Deluxe.
Yep.
They had the deluxe over there.
Family got me a Steam card for Father's Day, so
Oh, so it's free.
pretty
Yeah, it's a
much.
pretty, yeah, it's a pretty decent game, but you're so used to Farm Sim that all them other games you're always screwing up on your controllers.
Is that the one where you have to fix your house?
Nah, that's Farmer's Dynasty.
If you have cattle and crops, Raz,
I don't know. I'm still waiting for it to go on sale.
All right, let's go into this.
I don't buy them unless they're on sale.
well, how'd you get Farm Sim? Or are you just a fanboy when it comes to that game?
Well, that one I planned on buying months ahead. Yeah, I hear Cattle and Crops pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, if they polish it up some, modding in it's going to be a nightmare.
I hear you. I hear map making is like 100% in Blender.
Yep, you're correct. Pretty much. I
Oh,
kind of,
wow.
I don't think I want to get involved in that. I would kind of hope the maps would look better, but they don't.
Yeah, maybe that's the polish that'll come to other games.
I hope so, because I set my computer up that it's sounds like an air conditioner to try to run that sucker full power, because I hate the load distance. It's like You're like from here to your mailbox, and a tree will pop in.
Watching Turbo play Cat on Crops. He did a little series on it for a while. Then he kind of basically
Yeah, I saw that.
played through all the stuff that they had and basically stopped into another functionality. It was interesting how you could basically task your workers to go do something, and they would basically from your farm drive to the field, work it, drive back, or work it and then drive to the next field if you kind of chained them together. You have to tell them how to work the field. You just said, go over there and plow that field. It's
Yeah,
this tractor and this plow, and then they just went off and did it.
yeah, that was pretty neat. And sometimes they would show up, and it's like it kind of scared you because you didn't know what was happening. I mean, seriously, you're just plowing down a field, and the next thing you know, there's a tractor and a cultivator pulling up beside you. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, cattle and crops, that's still early access, right? Technically.
Yep.
Probably be early access for another. I got it because
Farmers Dynasty is early access too.
I got it because I was a supporter and fired it up. Had graphics glitches and since figure out a way to actually. I think yeah. Now when I was watching Kerbo play, it seemed like their dynamic ground was maybe a little too dynamic. Like, like as in worse, like super bad muddy. All right, let's see. Do we get straw or do we get grass? Put this down. We're about to see if I get straw or grass.
Cool. Hope it works.
Get straw.
Nice. We get stress.
Why is it not graw? Strastopia.
I'll be back in a second.
That's why. That's why. There. I can turn the HUD on that doesn't open the pipe. Dry stress. So, Will, I think after the first harvest, we're going to put down a horse pen. $5X. Oh no! Take some Tums. Is it so mean that it fought back all day? Now the wife says I make drop chili because I just take everything and drop it in a crock pot raw, turn it on, and come back 12 hours later and eat it. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Cans of peeled whole tomatoes, drop in the crock pot. Giant can of kidney beans, just drop in the crock pot, and then drop a pound of meat in there. Packet or two of chili seasoning. Chop up an onion, toss in there. Pound up some garlic, toss it in there. Turn it on low and put the lid on it. Stir it on occasion as you walk by. Then all the tomatoes break down. Of course, the meat breaks down to little bits. You end up with kind of chunky tomato chili. Not super spicy unless you want it to be. Probably be able to afford lime.
Come back with a snack, and you guys are talking about food.
Because Drew said he had some chili today, but is fighting back. Have any good home fighting back food remedies?
Well,
Raz is a smart man. He's a very good orator of all nomenclatures when it comes to agriculture, but he sure stinks when it comes to telling time. 'Cause I went 1 Mississippi, 1,000, and he wasn't back in a second, said Forrest Gump.
I'm choking.
Need a methane powered car. Everyone be eating chili. As long as you don't jump off of a shrimp boat while it's motoring down the water.
I love that movie.
Hey, Richard, what's up? Am I streaming tomorrow? I don't know. Might be. How's the racing world?
I might just hang on to my Steam money though, because Steam summer sales should be next week, I think.
Let's see. Starts in July.
I thought was it July or the end of June? I can't remember what I said. June 25th at 10 a.m.
That's when it starts.
Yep. So next Tuesday.
It's because you're getting older, Will. You shrink. All people shrink when they get older. Horrible thing. Go. Start running.
That's gravity for you. Pulls us all down.
Barley's just. What's up with this? Barley's cheap. Can't even store
you wanna
barley in
talk
my
dog
silo. What am I
problems,
going to
do
do with
you?
it?
Well, Raznik, what do you suggest? A fella that used to be able to drink
Been
milk
put
by the
barley in the
gallon
field.
did
I can't
fine.
sell it.
Now I go every other week to keep myself denial every time you get the squirts from the milkshakes, and then my buddy Raz, he decides he's going to post. He wants a Sunday. So me, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'm going to Buster's now. I should probably pack myself my own diaper bag.
Was it good? Yeah. Brownie Sunday.
No, I, I, I went for the full blown banana split, and I asked it for malt.
Sounds good.
No, I just realized this horrible, horrible mistake I made. Should have put all oats in. Heck, going it. I can't sell my truck until it's late. All I can do is harvest the truck full, harvest the harvester full, and I gotta let it sit. Dang you, Will. Trying to defeat me. As I just discovered a horrible, horrible wrongdoing. Could have never planted barley.
Can you not? You can't store it.
My silo won't take it.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to sell it.
I can't sell it until late.
Dump it on the ground. It's a BGA.
Then I have to pick it up.
I'm giving solutions here.
I don't have anything to pick it up with. I can only harvest a truck full and then a harvester full. Then I have to wait till tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks.
Or I have to spend money to pick it up.
Yep.
David, that's cheating.
One of the first comments. Just edit the silo to take barley.
Yeah, just edit the save game, delete the crop in the truck, and then add whatever you would normally get for that in your where you sold it. Then I gotta spend money.
You probably won't be able to dump it near the sell point because you don't own the land.
Look at that. See, your idea, you're just trying to mess me up.
So you'll have to dump it on your field or at the BGA.
Pick it up with something.
I
Horrible.
think I'd be leasing me a big trailer.
Can't can't even customize my tractor to have front loader arms because it's leased. Those silos are expensive. Replaceable silos.
Well,
$110,000.
you could buy a trailer or lease a trailer. Well, I mean, what's the cheapest?
That's how he could really ruin you. You make the sell point only open after midnight. So you had to go basically get another lease day out of whatever you lease in order to sell it because you bought more stuff. Ideas.
Now I know why you're on an island, because you don't make very good choices.
Watch it. Saying I abandoned to the island because we're funny.
That or navigating, I don't know which. But I do believe 19 is set up for placeables. I'm sure you can find a mod out there to fix your dilemma. But you're not a cheaty kind of person, so yeah, just go with my first advice. Get a big trailer and fill it up. And hopefully it's all downhill, because your tractor will never pull it uphill.
Oh.
Oh, I ordered a cooler for my new CPU cooler.
Oh, what did you get? What'd you get?
So the Cooler Master Evo, blah blah. I can't remember. Yeah.
The black RGB version.
No. This one's just white LED because the rest of my fans are white LED. So
Black or is
it's silver or aluminum.
I've got the one you've got without the light up fan. When we put together for the kid, I got her the black with performs well for being price.
I have Chauncey, the green alien, in front of mine. Oh, wait a minute. I bought it to play Farm Sims. I'll start calling the computer alien Jim now.
There you go.
I read what you're writing there, Will, but I think it's a little racist there that, wheat has a nice home in a silo, but poor cousin Barley or Oats, he's got to stay outdoors and be shipped away to like some stepchild.
Well, the
I
map
don't think.
takes oats, just won't store barley or.
Yeah. They just don't do well in the humidity.
One of the change log notes was something about tire tracks color on terrained ground. Anybody know what that is? There was a forum post where someone had a picture of like terrained ground and gravel and these tire tracks. And he's like, "Here's an example. I hope they fix this." And I looked, what's the problem? It's because very well. Hey Simon, what's up?
I don't know what it would be.
Do consoles, do they have access to the developer console? Because I know I really getting tired of reading about how they can't do something.
Have such a thing.
Well, apparently, whatever textures they get, theirs is being cooked, and where they can't have.
I saw
Kind
that
of cool
error.
news.
If we do come back tomorrow and stream, we'll be done this field. Definitely not going to get this field done tonight on stream. I'll try to get it finished up off camera. Will, and then hopefully we'll be at a point where we will be actually selling grain. The sell station is open. Maybe the field will be done. Maybe not. We'll fill up that trailer. And then we'll be able to dive into our oats. Hopefully. Next game day. But so with this update, breaking all this stuff, or how many people's contest submissions are now broken?
Yeah.
What would they have done to the contest if we waited another week? At least the update. 2.5 weeks out of the contest.
So why are they? Why is it causing these compound errors? What's it doing?
Over at SimStation, he said, I don't know if he talked to anybody where he got this info, but he basically said that prior to the update, the log was ignoring all those entries. As if the warnings were always there, just suppressed from display. 1.4, it did something, unsuppressed them. Even know what compound and compound child.
Well, from what I've seen, it'd be like you. Let's just go with a. Oh, I don't know how. I'll come back to that one when I can read something verifiable. Here's a good one. Not warning: physics non-CPU collision mesh for AI collision trigger is being cooked at runtime. This will not work on consoles. It's like I don't need to see that error. It doesn't have anything to do with me.
So it's console's fault.
Ooh.
I'm just teasing.
No, I'm not that way either. I'm just saying it doesn't need to show up in the log. It has nothing to do with this.
If it wasn't for Farm Sim 17 on Nintendo Switch, I never would have played the game.
No, that's what I've heard. But I've never experienced the Raznik story of Lewis.
Nope.
We've
Never.
never seen the greatest storyteller ever to live being created.
Definitely. You're exaggerating just a little bit.
No more than Lewis is extra dramatic with his narration.
Apparently, he goes to sleep every night with his head firmly on a thesaurus.
Oh! Now I know why I kept putting the pipe back. That stop harvester mod brings the pipe out when it's full. Explains every time I got in the harvester to put the pipe out, I was putting it back. And thanks to Mr. Sealy Pease with this mod, this trailer mod, I knew not to waste the money on the extensions. Because wasting the money on extensions would have meant that I couldn't put barley. Because apparently when you add the extensions, it then only accepts like forage bill types and wood chips. Bill says the compound errors are from scenery that is made from vehicles that were in game. Compound is not a function that is for scenery. I guess it really is any in-game item because we're seeing compound errors on like round bales and other things. Hey Warspite, what's up? What the errors we get with this one? This one we have compound errors on this cement silo.
Yep. Mostly due to the that backhoe thing. Be like the auger is the parent word, and then under that you'll have a couple more things that are parents to something else, and those are the things that are compounded that shouldn't be. That has to be, as you guessed, switch from true to false.
Old spreader. We've got a bunch of non-CPU collision something.
Holy crap, you got a lot of those AI trigger things won't run on console and that.
Yeah, but know what it's associated with. Entry right before that is ready to wheat. Beat i3D and then a whole bunch of physics errors. Spreader, maybe it's associated with spreader. For button 1, button 2, button 3, what are those? But it's cooked. not raw, not sushi.
And it only deals with consoles, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it just has it's a parent group, and then there's two more child groups under it that are plussed up, and they both need to be
Oh
uncompounded.
my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Don't do that. So, A. Brown has a horrible idea.
I'm watching.
He says that Will needs to make it so that when you buy something at the shop, it only shows up when the ship comes in. So if you buy something, so when you start the map at 6 a.m. or whenever you start the, you have to wait until nighttime the first day before you can get any of your equipment.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, but then again, you should like have to spend like a lot more of your money if you want expedient shipping.
So there was a map over on Nexus Mod that was that Mars map. Remember that?
Yep.
Where everything was incredibly expensive. Like the cheapest thing in the store was like $400,000 because you had to obviously ship it to Mars.
Yep.
And even mods were inflated in price. There was like price general price index adjustment or something. Welcome to chat, A Brown, 5200A. I've seen you in chat before. Is that is a very dangerous idea.
All right, no dogs allowed. My dogs didn't get the memo. I gotta take them out before I have
All
a
right.
problem. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
See you, Darren.
So I was watching Virtual Farmer's stream today, and he's going to be announcing some league stuff. But apparently he's been live streaming. He live streamed last Friday some Farm Sim League play. It's kind of fun and around. So saying something about doing it this Friday. I was mentioning how putting up some numbers, telling what the numbers were. First thing is we don't have any real judges to know how competitive our numbers are. So we'll kind of have to wait until the first real league happens to know what's the competitive number. And I think he said something like by the end of the stream they were putting up points in like the 200s. So I was like, oh, that's good. Nice to hear. We have a benchmark. But we do need to get in and do some more another day. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. I can do that tomorrow night.
Maybe we won't stream tomorrow. That tomorrow.
Be nice if we can get 3v3. Get it all 6 people.
Yeah, that's when the fun. Then the stress will kick in and you start making mistakes. Gotta have cool, calm, collective. Oh, okay. Later, Kelly. We're about done too. I'll post in chat. 6. 2 different strategies going.
Yep.
Same strategy on both sides, and just see come up with the A team that needs to work best.
Hopefully, if if we get a full game, what the other team chooses will lock you out of some stuff.
Yeah. Go in deliberately knowing what each person's strategy is. try to some up. Figure to have any chance at being competitive, we have multiple strategies that flip. Stuff's picked,
Yeah, you gotta have.
blocked out. Like, oh, I was counting on being able to.
Yeah. Multiple plans. I think your time efficiency is probably the most critical thing, though. You know, knowing when to quit harvesting and
Yep, you have 15 minutes. So if you do too much of one or too little of one, go back and do more of one, or you've wasted time in doing too much of one.
yeah.
That's where it comes down to, looking at the clock and trying, okay, let's harvest until we're at this minute mark. Then one person jump off if you're having two harvesters. Whatever. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error to see kind of works best. Just comes with time. The more time we put into practicing, it's just the better we'll do.
It's all for fun.
It is.
SimStation, they're very into realistic play, so they've been making fun of Farm Sim League since it came out, or since it was announced. And Roy's over there. And me and Roy were smack talking. You bring your team of losers to our team of winners. We'll see who comes out on top.
Maybe we can challenge them to a game.
So I was telling him about this map today. That map should be the Farm Sim League. Then I couldn't tell if they were making fun or not because ragging on Farm Sim League since forever. Y'all should really give it a try because it might not be realistic, but it is fun. You get into the moment and you're like, okay, we got all these constraints and regulations and limitations.
Yeah, it was that night we played. It was a lot of fun.
Pipe extends out on its own. So what did we do? Did we put 2 loads in this? Now we're at 30%, so we should be around 45%.
Gonna have enough room for all your barley?
No, I'm trying to figure out how we can run around.
I gotta sell my corn here on Emerald Coast as soon as the price gets up where I want it.
6 and a part loads. This trailer. Put more, I can put other trailer. Depends if I'm getting 2 rounds, it's 12 rounds. 6 rounds. This is unplowed,
This should be plowed.
My cultivator didn't give me the plow bonus.
That's right.
It's
So
the
that's
trade-off.
30%.
You took the extra time to plow it.
And alignment. I'm just doing all chaff this first run.
I figure I'll buy at least a lime spreader and lime. Yeah, I think I'm only getting one round. I'm already at 36%. So I won't be done this field. With that trailer. My biggest field. Yep. Only getting one round. Already at 40%.
Well, I hope the price is good for you tomorrow. Yeah, I recorded, I planted that whole area in corn with a 6-meter planter. Took me about an hour and a half. So I'm going to time lapse it.
Is that after the update, so you saw the pallets, the bags go away? Is that what happens?
Yep. Yeah, it was after the update. Yeah, the seed bags go away. They're pretty cool.
So yeah, that was kind of a little sneaky update, sneaky addition.
Little treat.
Yeah, in real life you wouldn't. Well, I mean, you could buy a big bag and then use it to put it in smaller bags or just something like a scoop. Scoop it in. Basically, going to get just about 7 loads in here. Load seems to be about 15%. All right, guys, that's where we're going to stop it for the night. I'm going to finish up as much as I can until I fill both trailers with barley. Then next time we'll come back. The
Night, everybody.
time to sell the barley, sell the canola, and see what kind of money we get. Late at night. Let's come back in the morning. Finish up this field. That field ready. Hey, Bunny, we are actually just about to close out. Might be back tomorrow. Might be doing some little Farm Sim League on the side. Won't be streaming that because we don't want to give away our secrets. We want to be competitive. Tournament. So next time, happy farming.